Have you ever had one of those days when everything seems to be conspiring against you? You spill coffee on your shirt, miss the bus, and when you finally get to work, you realize you've left that important file at home. As you mentally catalog the mishaps, it's easy to think, why does this always happen to me? But here's a secret. You're not alone in feeling this way. In fact, it's a common experience that has more to do with psychology than with your actual luck or fate. Let's explore why it often feels like things go wrong for you, and how to shift your perspective to break free from this mental trap. Welcome back to Resources for Life, a small channel with big ambitions. The feeling that everything is going wrong is deeply rooted in human psychology. Several cognitive biases and mental tendencies contribute to this perception, making us more likely to notice and remember negative events than positive ones. Humans have an evolutionary tendency to focus on negative experiences over positive ones. This is known as negativity bias. Our ancestors needed to remember threats to survive, so our brains are hardwired to give more attention to things that could potentially harm us. While this was useful when saber-toothed tigers were a real threat, it's less helpful when dealing with modern-day inconveniences like a flat tire or a spilled drink. Because of negativity bias, we're more likely to dwell on what went wrong during the day and less likely to notice or appreciate what went right. Another psychological quirk at play is confirmation bias, which is our tendency to seek out information that confirms our existing beliefs. If you believe that you're unlucky or that things always go wrong for you, your brain will filter your experiences to highlight events that support this belief, while ignoring or downplaying events that contradict it. If you're convinced that your day is cursed, you're more likely to notice every little mishap and less likely to remember the things that went smoothly. Personalization is a cognitive distortion where we take things personally, believing that events are directly related to us, even when they're not. When something goes wrong, it's easy to think, of course this happened to me, as if the universe has singled you out for a special dose of misfortune. This mindset not only amplifies your negative feelings, but also reinforces the belief that you're uniquely cursed. When we catastrophize, we automatically assume the worst-case scenario and blow things out of proportion. For example, if you make a mistake at work, you might immediately jump to the conclusion that you'll be fired, lose your livelihood, and end up homeless. Catastrophizing leads to a sense of hopelessness and despair, making it feel like your problems are insurmountable. We often fall prey to the spotlight effect, where we overestimate the extent to which others notice our mistakes or misfortunes. This can make us feel like our problems are much more significant than they really are, and that everyone else is somehow better at navigating life's challenges. In reality, everyone is too busy with their own problems to pay as much attention to ours as we think they do. When we're caught up in our own problems, it's easy to believe that other people have it easier. Social media doesn't help, as it often presents a curated, highlight reel version of people's lives, making their struggles invisible. But why do we tend to minimize others' problems while magnifying our own? The empathy gap refers to our difficulty in understanding the intensity of other people's emotions when we're not currently experiencing those emotions ourselves. When we're feeling anxious, frustrated, or sad, it's hard to fully appreciate the severity of someone else's problems, especially if they seem trivial in comparison to our own. This can create a distorted perception that our problems are more serious or unique. Social comparison theory suggests that we determine our own social and personal worth based on how we stack up against others. When we compare ourselves to others, we often do so based on incomplete information, usually resulting in a skewed perception. If someone appears to be handling their life with ease while we're struggling, we might conclude that our problems are worse, when in reality, we're only seeing a fraction of their full experience. We are naturally more emotionally invested in our own lives than in the lives of others. This emotional investment means that our problems feel more significant because they affect us directly. The challenges faced by others might seem easier or less severe simply because we're not as emotionally connected to them. Please consider a like and subscribe to this small growing channel. We aim to get better and better at bringing you good, informative and interesting content and your support is much appreciated. Back to the video. While these psychological factors can make it feel like the universe is out to get you, the good news is that you have the power to change your perspective. Here are some strategies to help you develop a more positive outlook when things go wrong. One of the most effective ways to combat negativity bias is to actively focus on the positive aspects of your life. Practicing gratitude involves regularly taking time to reflect on the things you're thankful for, no matter how small. This can help shift your focus away from what's going wrong and onto what's going right. Keeping a gratitude journal, where you write down 3 things you're grateful for each day, is a simple but powerful way to rewire your brain for positivity. Cognitive reframing is a technique that involves changing the way you think about a situation. Instead of automatically assuming the worst or personalizing a negative event, try to look at it from a different perspective. For example, instead of thinking, "Why does this always happen to me?" you might reframe it as, "This is a challenging situation, but I can handle it." Reframing helps you see challenges as opportunities for growth, rather than as evidence of your bad luck. If you find yourself frequently thinking that things always go wrong for you, it's important to challenge that belief. Ask yourself, is it really true that everything goes wrong for me? What evidence do I have that contradicts this belief? Often you'll find that there are plenty of examples of things going right, but they've been overshadowed by your focus on the negative. By actively questioning and challenging your negative beliefs, you can start to weaken their hold on your mind. Mindfulness is the practice of staying present and fully engaging with the current moment. When you're mindful, you're less likely to get caught up in catastrophic thinking or personalization. Instead of ruminating on past mistakes or worrying about future problems, mindfulness helps you focus on what's happening right now, which can reduce stress and improve your overall sense of well-being. Techniques like deep breathing, meditation, and mindful walking can help you develop this skill. While it's natural to compare yourself to others, it's important to recognize that comparisons are often based on incomplete or misleading information. To avoid the trap of social comparison, try to focus on your own progress and achievements rather than measuring yourself against others. Remember that everyone has their own struggles, even if they're not immediately visible. The people you surround yourself with can have a significant impact on your mindset. If you're constantly around negative or pessimistic individuals, it's easy to adopt a similar outlook. On the other hand, surrounding yourself with positive, supportive people can help you maintain a more optimistic perspective. Seek out relationships that uplift you and encourage a healthy, balanced view of life. Life is inherently unpredictable, and things won't always go as planned. Accepting that imperfection is a natural part of life can help reduce the frustration and disappointment that come with unmet expectations. Instead of striving for perfection, aim for progress. Recognize that setbacks and mistakes are opportunities to learn and grow, not signs of failure. If you find that negative thinking is significantly impacting your life, it might be helpful to seek support from a mental health professional. Therapists can help you identify and address the underlying causes of your negative thoughts and provide strategies for developing a more positive mindset. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT in particular, is effective in helping individuals challenge and change unhelpful thinking patterns. You're not alone. Everyone struggles. It's really important to remember this when feeling like things often go wrong. Everyone faces challenges and setbacks, even if they're not always visible. The idea that everyone else has it easier is a myth, fueled by social media and our own cognitive biases. Every person, no matter how successful or put together they may appear, experiences difficulties. Struggle is a universal part of the human experience. Recognizing this can help you feel less isolated in your own challenges. Sharing your experiences with others can also provide comfort and support, reminding you that it's okay to face difficulties and that you don't have to go through them alone. Being open about your struggles can be incredibly liberating. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable and share your challenges with others, it can foster deeper connections and create a sense of solidarity. Often you'll find that others are going through similar experiences, which can help you feel more connected and less singled out by misfortune. Finally, it's worth considering how you define success. If your definition of success is based on perfection or the absence of problems, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Instead, Try to redefine success in a way that acknowledges the inevitability of setbacks and values resilience, growth, and learning. Success doesn't mean never facing difficulties. It means navigating them with grace and emerging stronger on the other side. In conclusion, the feeling that everything goes wrong for only you is a common psychological experience, driven by factors like negativity bias, confirmation bias, and personalization. While it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that your problems are uniquely severe, it's important to remember that everyone faces challenges and that you have the power to change your perspective. By practicing gratitude, reframing negative thoughts, challenging your beliefs, and seeking support when needed, you can develop a more positive outlook and build resilience in the face of adversity. Remember that you're not alone in your struggles, and that embracing life's imperfections is key to finding peace and contentment. So, the next time you spill your coffee or miss the bus, take a deep breath, laugh it off, and remind yourself that it's just another part of the wild, unpredictable, and ultimately rewarding journey of life. Thanks for watching.